Welcome to Daily Stank, where we expose stinky politics. Today's episode is brought to you by our very own merchandise store at dailystank.com. We have this awesome around and find out shirt based on the Gadsden flag. It's available on shirts, hoodies, stickers, and coffee mugs, all at very reasonable prices. And once again, you can find that at dailystank.com. Now, with that out of the way, let's get into the story. Now, I'm not really into sports outside of hockey. Go Preds. So I'm not all that familiar with Jemele Hill's work. The former ESPN writer and host accused the country of loving white supremacy after Republicans in the blue state of Virginia won 3 of the state's top offices in Tuesday's election, even though that one of these winners is the first black woman ever elected to one of Virginia's top offices. On Tuesday, Hill jumped on Twitter after becoming exasperated that the Democrats suffered a wave of defeats in the Commonwealth of Virginia. "It's not the messaging, folks. This country simply loves white supremacy," Hill tweeted. Hill tweeted her lament the day after the polls closed in Virginia and left Republicans Glenn Youngkin winning the governor's office and Jason Jason defeating two-term Democrat Mark Herring for Attorney General, but more pointedly, black female Republican Winsome Sears won the office of Lieutenant Governor and has become the first black female ever elected to one of Virginia's top statewide offices. Twitter users immediately skewered Hill for claiming that the country loves white supremacy, even though Biden supporting Virginia's independent voters and Republicans elected a black woman to one of the state's top positions. One Twitter user snapped back, "Which one is the Virginia Democrat governor and which one is the Republican who won an election in Virginia last night?" referring to a photo of former Virginia Democrat Governor Ralph Northam from his page in the 1984 yearbook for Eastern Virginia Medical School. We're still not sure if he was the man in blackface or the man in the Klan robes, as Northam has apologized for the picture, but hasn't admitted publicly which one is him. Another user responds to Hill's tweet, "That's a lot of BS. Virginia just elected this powerful black woman as lieutenant governor. Her name is Winsome Sears, by the way." This tweet features an image Sears used in her campaign where she poses with a beautiful AR-15 semi-automatic rifle. This guy responded, "The white supremacy talk is getting very stale. Y'all need to find some new talking points." As he's absolutely right, Democrats are a broken record, constantly repeating the same white supremacy race-baiting nonsense while having the audacity to claim that Republicans are the ones dividing the nation. We just want the best person for the job at hand. Jessica O'Donnell replied, "White supremacy is electing the first black woman lieutenant governor. Got it." That just outlines the fact that Hill had no idea who was running or who even won. I'm certain Hill would not have made that tweet if McAuliffe won the governor's race. It's ironic considering that he wanted parents to stay out of the way of the racist, critical race theory being taught in public schools. The whole argument can be summed up eloquently with this simple tweet. Which party elected which, Jemele? Get wrecked. Since I'm not a Democrat or a racist, I'd like to judge candidates for elected office by the content of their character and the issues they choose to address. Sears was born in Kingston, Jamaica, and immigrated to the United States at the age of 6. Her father arrived with just $1.75 and took any job he could find while also continuing his education. She grew up in the Bronx, New York. She served as an electrician in the United States Marines. Sears earned an associate's from Tidewater Community College, a bachelor's in English with a minor in economics from Old Dominion University, and a master's in organizational leadership from Regent University. Sears has ran a homeless shelter, held a seat in Virginia's House of Delegates. Sears was the first Jamaican female Republican, first female veteran, and first naturalized citizen delegate to serve in the House of Delegates. She was vice president of the Virginia Board of Education and has received presidential appointments to the Department of Veterans Affairs and the U.S. Census Bureau. As lieutenant governor, Winsome Sears has promised the following throughout her campaign: cut unnecessary regulations by 25%, protect Virginia's right-to-work law and oppose forced unionization, eliminating Virginia's grocery tax and suspending the recent gas tax hike for 12 months, providing a one-time tax rebate of $600 for joint filers and $300 for individuals, ending runaway property taxes by requiring voter approval for increases, cutting income taxes by doubling the standard deduction, keep schools open safely 5 days a week, raise teacher pay and recruit more teachers to end the teacher shortage, restore high standards for school accreditation and SOL testing, promoting choice by creating more opportunities, especially in failing school districts, create a Black Virginians Advisory Cabinet to the governor, make a once-in-a-generation investment in historically black colleges and universities, create 10 legacy wealth startup incubators in black communities to promote black entrepreneurship, fire the parole board and preserve truth in sentencing, raise pay for Virginia State Police troopers, sheriff's deputies, corrections officers, and police officers, reduce law enforcement interactions by increasing the use of handheld photo speed enforcement, eliminate all taxes on the first $40,000 in military veteran retirement pay, expand Virginia's Veterans Care Centers in Richmond, Salem, Hampton Roads, and Northern Virginia, and expanding our veteran workforce transition programs to get veterans good-paying jobs. Now, I can't speak for Virginians, I don't live there, but based on the proposed policies of Youngkin and Sears, I think they'll provide solid leadership for the state and their constituents. Maybe Winsome should change her name to Wins-A-Lot after this victory. Thank you so much for watching. There's a strong possibility this channel will be shadow banned or removed from YouTube outright if I continue to speak the truth. If that does happen, you can find me at dailystank.com, where we have articles, these videos if my YouTube channel gets pulled. We have a sweet merch store with that awesome Gadsden flag shirt I told you about earlier. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next one.